Hello everybody. Before we get into today's video, I just want to give a shout out to Fishing Texas because he's the one who inspired this video by commenting how to use a baitcaster so well. I just can't figure out how to use one. He later commented, could you make a video on it? Well, Fishing Texas, today I'm going to show you and everyone else on my channel how to use a baitcaster and how to set it up. Hello everyone, Fishing ATX back here again in our video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from what I normally do. It's going to be more of a how-to style rather than just go out and fish. But don't worry, I'm not just going to bore you with like facts and stuff. I'm actually going to go out and fish and show you how to catch fish. Today's video though is going to be over a commonly asked like subject and topic as far as bass fishing goes and pretty much all fishermen, and that is how to cast a baitcaster. Casting a baitcaster can be very difficult if you don't know how to properly do so. So in today's video, I'm going to show you all the steps you need to take to be able to set up a baitcaster and how to go out in the water, cast it, and catch fish with it. The first step is buying a baitcaster. This is buying a baitcaster that suits you. Since this video is for beginners, you're going to want to buy just a more probably basic or cheaper baitcaster, more like beginner-like baitcaster. My first ever baitcaster was just a little like $60, $70 cheap plastic Cabela's baitcaster. It wasn't by Daiwa, granted, but it was still not the most high-end, nicest, newest baitcaster on the market. You've probably seen me use it in some videos. You see it's just this little plastic reel. It's a little white. It gets the job done. It's not a bad little starting reel. That's what I recommend. When you're just starting out, don't buy something really expensive. Some brands I recommend would be Shimano, Daiwa, and Lew's. They're just favorites of mine, but really anything will work. Okay, that brings us to step 2, and that is spooling the baitcaster. Once you've bought a baitcaster that's within your range of budget, it's now time to spool it and get ready to take out the water. You can't just take a baitcaster out in the water with no line. I mean, you can't fish with that. Spooling a baitcaster can be harder than you think, especially for people who are just starting out with casting reels. So here's how it's done. Okay, for this demonstration of spooling my baitcaster, I'm going to be using a Shimano Corrado K. I would not recommend using this baitcaster as your first baitcaster because it is quite pricey and kind of hard to use, but this is what I'll be using for my demonstration. Okay, the first step is just getting the line on the baitcaster in order to tie the knot. I'm going to tie onto my line right here. I'm using 15-pound monofilament, and honestly, if you're just starting out, I'd probably use lighter, like 10 to 12, but since I'm more experienced at baitcasters, this is what I like to use, and this works well for me. I'm going to take my line, as you see here, and just put it right through. I'm going to put it right through the eye of the baitcaster, like so, and pull it through. Now, as you can see, it's up and ready to get put underneath the spool. Because next up, you want to put it underneath the spool like that. This can be kind of tricky sometimes because the line will get stuck underneath. So this one, I'm going to take my pliers, get in there, and then grab the line with my pliers and pull it up like so. So now you can see my line is wrapped around the spool like this. In order to tie the knot, you're going to have to do that. Then I'm going to want to grab my other piece of line, pull it up in order to have it right here, and this is where we're going to tie our knot. So what we're going to want to do first is take your line behind your main line. This is the line that's wrapped around the spool. Pull it up, take it again, and just go behind, and then you're already behind, so you're going to go in front, under, through, and pull the line tight. And if this is confusing, I will put some pictures up because that probably is confusing. You probably honestly can't even see it that well. So now you got this little knot right here. What you're going to want to do, then put it behind your line again, put it through, and tie it. And now you're just going to pull tight your knot and pull it down to the spool. And tie it tight. And again, I will be putting some pictures up on the screen just so you cannot see that, which I'm sure you can't probably because it's a pretty light line. You'll be able to know what I'm doing. Okay, now my knot is tied, my line's on the spool. I'm simply just going to grab the line with my fingers like this and start cranking it. And the line will come through my fingers and just start going on the spool. And then normally you want to use 2 people in order to do this. As I'll keep taking it off, but normally the other person will just grab the line, put a pencil through it, and let the line come off and spool on. So then literally you just start cranking as my line's going to come off. And you just want to keep it going on that spool until it's completely full of line.
A few moments later.
Okay, now my spool is spooled high enough of line to where I'm happy. Now I'm ready for step 3, and that is casting. This is by far the hardest part and stuff. I mean, this is pretty much what the video is about. In order to do this, though, I'm going to take you guys out to the water and really show you the entire way of how I cast and how to really properly cast a baitcaster. Alright guys, I made it out to the water, which means it's time for step 3, and that is casting a baitcaster. Okay, so I'm going to break this down real slowly, just how in order to make a good cast. Most people that are rookies, whenever they're casting, they'll push it down. I mean, of course, you have to do that. Take it back, let go, and either they'll jam their thumb on there like that really hard, or they just won't even, like put their thumb, and that'll cause a backlash. That's a big mistake people will make, and you cannot do that. In order to properly cast a baitcaster, you have to go like this. So watch. Put it down, keep your thumb on the baitcaster, on the spool. Take it back, cast, and slowly apply pressure to it. Your thumb is like a brake on this baitcaster. It's like a car brake in a way. That's a good analogy. You don't want to just slam on the brakes, you'll also go flying into somebody and just screech to a halt. You want to slowly apply your thumb pressure. No, I'm getting too ramped up to go fishing, but you just want to slowly apply pressure to it. Nothing too much. Like that. And slowly apply pressure. And by doing so, you'll be able to properly cast a baitcaster. Alright guys, real fast, just to show you guys here for people who need a visual, this is how you do it, because you couldn't really tell as far as visually from the video, so I'm not going to cast in my garage, but you take it back, and as you let go, and then your spool freely moves. As your bait makes its decline out of the air, that's when you start slowly applying pressure to it, like so. As you watch my thumb here from this angle, the line will be coming out, and then I'll slowly just apply pressure, and that brings it to a stop. It's kind of hard to show right here, but that's basically how I do it. Another tip I like to give you guys is that most baitcasters will have this. It's the magnetic drag system or tension system, and that is where like how tight your brakes will be or how loose they'll be. I have mine about like halfway. You see the arrows pointing there. You point it this way, it makes it freer. Go this way, makes it tighter. For people who are just starting out with bait casting, I would flip the switch all the way to max. You won't get as much casting distance, but it'll be harder to backlash the reel. So that's definitely something I recommend as a rookie. Another tip too with bait casting is just keep casting. Cast over and over and over. That's how I got good. I literally just went out. I was on a lake on a dock, and I just casted for hours straight, and I eventually started getting the hang of it after a while. Okay, next is step 4, how to get out of backlash. You're not going to be perfect at casting a baitcaster. You're just not. You can't learn this thing overnight. It takes a lot of practice, time, and patience, so you're going to have backlashes. This is why I'm here to help you get them out. So let's cast, and let's just say I backlash it. Uh-oh. I backlashed my reel. So now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to flip the bail down, and I'm just going to want to pull out line until I get it out. Sometimes too, that wasn't a bad one because I really don't want to backlash my reel badly right now. But there'll be knots in your line, and what you'll have to do is just sometimes have to pick them out in order to get it out. And I can put a little example up on the screen in order to show you how to do that. Sometimes too, this is an example. This is a technique that I'll use if it's really, really knotted up and I can't get it out. I wouldn't recommend doing this on the water just because it takes a lot of time and effort. But this is something to do in order to save line, because line's expensive. And that is, you just take your line and keep putting it through all the knots, and you pull it out straight, and then put it back on the spool. Step 5 to casting a baitcaster is just making precise casts. So you see this area out in front of me here. You see there's probably good areas of fish. You see that wood out there, that'd be good. Those trees could be good. And you pinpoint areas like that. And baitcaster really allows you to get in them. So let's say I want to go for those trees. I can put it over there and slowly stop it and get it down to this tree area. And now I'm ready to fish. Step 6 to casting a baitcaster is just catching fish. So let's do that right now. There we go. First fish of the day. Baitcaster, little peckerhead. Even proves I was trying to aim. I was showing you guys I was aiming for some of those trees and those logs. That's why I always got to keep the line in the water, because you can even find fish just sitting out in these little banks. There's a little drop off right there. Exactly where this little guy was sitting. A lot of these little guys like that sit on those drop offs. So, first fish of the day. Let's hope to get more on the baitcaster. Oh, that's actually a decent fish. It's not a bad fish. There we go. That was quick. He just kind of took it down and choked it. There we go, guys. First actually decent fish of the day. I mean, a pound. It's better than the last. Alright, here's the fish. A little bit better guy, probably about a pound. Flipping up to some trees, like I was saying. You got to find those areas. You can really find fish in those areas. That's what I love about bait casters, because you're really able to get baits up in there better than you can with like a spinning rod. Go tell your big boy friends, come bite. Okay, before we move spots real fast, I just want to mention this little bait out right here. I'm going a little bit of throwback. This was the Senko, or at least, as you guys know, I love throwing Senkos, but this Senko in general was the Senko, or the bait that got me into bass fishing. The first ever bass that I caught, well, the first bass I caught that actually got me into bass fishing was on this exact Senko right here, and it was about 1.5 years ago. Eat that. Yeah, but it was actually at this pond too, coincidentally. Oh my god, he actually ate it. He actually ate it, wow. A little smaller than the last one, but still not a bad fish for a little like log camping fish. And he's not having it either, but this bait is the bait that got me into bass fishing, which I thought I'd mentioned that before. And first cast of it, caught a fish. It's always good. That helps you right there. If you ever see a fish bust, I mean, put it in that area. He was obviously hungry because he was busting on the top of the water. Put my bait there and he was like, ooh, perfect little snack. Yeah, but that bait's actually what got me into bass fishing, that color. You guys all know I love Senkos. I throw Senkos a ton. I love that bait still. They catch fish. Showed here. Alright, since the bottom soft plastic baits have been working like usual here today, I'm going to continue staying with bottom soft plastics, but I'm going to switch up to a brush hog. I've not used a brush hog in a while, so thought might as well use it. Holy crap, that's a big fish. Holy crap. Oh my god, I think it's a catfish. This is huge. Holy crap, this is huge. Oh my god, it's huge. I cannot move it. It's a huge catfish, I think. It's not jumped yet. Yeah, I think it's a massive catfish. Yeah, it's a massive catfish. Oh my god. It is pulling hard, boys. Only got 15-pound test. I need to be careful. I cannot move him that well. Oh, this is probably the biggest catfish I've hooked here. It's big.
A few moments later.
Alright. Oh my god, it's so big, guys. Oh my god. It's so big. Oh my god, it's so big. Oh my god. Look at the size of that channel catfish. Oh my god. Look how big that thing is. This thing is huge. That is a big boy right there. Yeah, I knew that was a catfish. I'm gonna grab and hook them. Now let's actually try to get my hook back. I'm not too good at getting hooks out of catfish mouths. Yes, I actually got my hook back. Oh my god. Look at how massive this thing is. Holy crap, guys. Oh my god. That is so big. Oh my god, he's so heavy too. I'm gonna weigh him. This thing's gotta be 2.5, 3 feet. It's huge. They're back in the water. He's so big, he doesn't even really have his spikes or his fins anymore. Jesus, he's sitting right up on that log right there. There he goes. Nice peaceful release. we go. Actually feels like a decent fish too. Oh yeah. Oh my god, no way. Nope, you're gonna have to wait to see what happens in this moment. You're gonna have to wait till next video. And trust me when I will say, you're gonna want to watch the next video because this is one of the best moments in my entire fishing career to this point. So stay tuned to next video to see what happens here. Okay, so after I caught that catfish, as you see here, I ended up catching a couple more smaller fish. I mean, I didn't have most of the fight recorded, and I just really didn't care because the video's already getting long, so I didn't want to add much more in. But all in all, it was a great day. I really hope you guys learned some stuff on how to cast a bait caster and how to catch fish with it. I hope I did a good job in teaching you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I sure hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is where you're watching, and I'll see you guys next time.